leaders get their voices heard. Say, I want my voice heard. So what happens is that when leaders step in, change happens. So I'm going to give you 3 points, real quick points of how leadership is important for you changing your communities. Number one, leaders influence and we don't manipulate. Say, we influence, we don't manipulate. So when you think about influence, you're thinking about how we are influencing someone else. We all have influence at the table. You influence someone one way or the other. How are you influencing? Do you have to force people to follow you? How many have seen leaders that force people to follow them? They make edicts and decrees. That's not the type of leaders that we need in our black community. We need people that have a spirit to influence, which means that I am more concerned on how we do as a community than me by myself. Am I right? Amen. The second point that we have to do is that leaders build communities and not communes to themselves. How many of you have seen leaders where, again, it's all about me and what I want to do and the people must do thus said what Chris says. Right? That's not the leader that we need in our community. We need to go back to the community model. I had a chance to travel to India 2 weeks ago, and I spent amongst the Indian community. I found out, and I'm talking about India, spicy food India, right? And I found out that we had more in common, but what I realized in India that they had that we kind of walked away with was the spirit of community. Where at the end of the day, they worked hard, but they would come together as a community and eat together, right? All things were in common with each other, even though we have different economical backgrounds, different educational experiences. You bring something to the table, and when you make communities that are inclusive, that are including everyone, that are not excluding people, you actually rise faster. That is why there is a concerted effort to divide the black community, because if we ever come together, we are a powerful resource, not only to each other, but to the world, the impact to the world. Look at all the inventions that we've made and created out of necessity. Look at how we have made the world better. We still don't get credit for half the stuff we do. Why? Because as a community, if they can divide us, they can control the narrative. So we don't want communes, we want communities. Say community. And the last one is we understand the value of networking. If you don't understand the value of networking and how to network properly, you're going to fail as a leader. You're going to fail backwards. We want to fall forward, move forward, and have an advance. But if you're going to advance, you're going to have to advance your network. Say my network. Now here's the problem. Most people don't know how to network. When they think about networking, they're thinking about, again, it's I, me, and mine.